Many people who discover and make a commitment to follow Rebbe Nachman's teachings, what's called the Breslov Chassidut movement, they're befuddled by the idea of the customs. What customs are there in Breslov? For example, many people feel that because Breslov is a Hasidic movement, so they have to automatically change and adapt all of their family customs to that of the Hasidic movement. So for example, where in the Hasidic communities in the world at large, the mainstream version, what's called in Hebrew the Nusach of the davening of the prayer, is called Nusach Sfard, which is known as the Hasidic Nusach of davening, the version of praying in the Hasidic Sfard version. So many people assume automatically that to become a Breslover Chassid, a follower of Rebbe Nachman's teachings, after tasting the light and the beauty and admitting that Rebbe Nachman and his teachings have changed my life, have saved my life, so I must jump in all the way and make this major change. Not so. Rebbe Nachman himself clearly said, in his time, in his area, in the Ukraine, where you had Jews davening what was called the Ashkenazi version, or the Hasidic Sfard version, he made a statement that you can still daven Nusach Ashkenaz and still be a Hasid. It doesn't contradict. Meaning, Rebbe Nachman is not so much interested in what you're doing in your Judaism. Rather, the focal point is on how are you doing, what are you doing. To phrase Rav Nosson once said, the Torah, what to do, all the laws and the details and everything, we have received from Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses at Har Sinai. Now, how to do what Moshe Rabbeinu taught you, this we have received from Rebbe Nachman. It's a powerful statement, but there's a lot of truth in that. The Rebbe Nachman's teachings give a person life and vitality, how to live, how to do what you're doing. You can do it like a dead person, or you can do it with joy, with sincerity, simplicity. There's many ways how to do it. There's warmth, in Yiddish it's called Warmkeit, or there's being cold. So to go back, Breslov has nothing to do with changing your family customs, meaning adherents who come from other backgrounds, Sephardic, such as Moroccan, Iraqi, Yemenite, or Ashkenaz, and they have versions of davening and also customs. You may and you should continue your family customs, because Breslov has nothing to do with changing your family customs. In fact, it seems in a way like an insult. You put down what you received from your family and everything, and you adopt something else. It makes it look that, what is this? This is Judaism? So in truth, it's continuing your Minhagim, your customs and everything. But the thing that is changed by Rebbe Nachman and his teachings is, how are you doing it? Are you saying the prayers like this, quietly, cold? Or are you saying it with warmth? The idea of having a Breslov minyan, for example, where you have a prayer or shul, which is a Breslov synagogue, they're aimed on being able to do the davening in the format, in the way that Rebbe Nachman advises. Enjoy, happiness, word for word. That's something which, yes, is something unique in a Breslov minyan, but has nothing to do with the version. So when people ask, do I have to change to become a Breslov, or I have to change my whole customs, the thing is no. Even in dress codes, there's no standard dress codes. There's white kippahs, there's black kippahs, there's the multicolored kippahs, there's the kippah sruga, there's all types of kippahs and dress, and how to have your beard and the payas and dress code. There's no dress code. In Breslov, it's dressing up as a Jew. How to dress up as a Jew has been delineated in the Code of Jewish Law. Look there. And there's many customs, many costumes by the Jewish communities all over the world. You have those who have the two-piece suit with the tie. You have those with the colored shirts. You have those with the Hasidic bekeshe. You have those who wear the Teimani, also Jlabia, bekeshe, whatever. There's no customs when it comes to Breslov. That's also the beauty of Rebbe Nachman and his teachings, and that in this sense, every Jew can feel a part of it, can feel a part of Rebbe Nachman's and his teachings, and not to feel it's restricted and limited to a specific group of people and it's not for me. But when a person looks at the external, then they begin to think that. But that has nothing to do with Rebbe Nachman's teachings. Rebbe Nachman's teachings is, again, how are you doing? What are you doing? In a sense, it's like how the Midrash explains the greatness of Esther, in explaining that how Esther was able to hide her true identity to the people in the palace of Achashverosh. She had such a chen, she had such a grace, a charm, that everyone thought that she was one of theirs. All the 127 nations that were there, they felt that Esther was one of theirs. So that way, even if she would tell that she was a Jewess, they wouldn't believe her, because each one felt she's one of ours. And so too, Rav Nosson explains that the tzaddik is that idea, that a tzaddik is someone who everybody relates to. He goes so down to my level and it relates to what I'm going through. I have this personal connection. With that attitude, doesn't make any difference anymore what version I pray. I can continue being a Sephardi, I can continue davening Nusach Ashkenaz or Yemenite. It doesn't make a difference. It has nothing to do with Breslov teachings. Rebbe Nachman again is concerned with the heart, how you're doing what you're doing, as opposed to what you are doing. There are Breslov customs, but in the main, they don't have that much to do with family customs. For example, there are Breslov melodies at the Shabbat table. People sing them out of love, not because of an obligation. This is how we do in Breslov. Rather, when you hear that it's Rebbe Nachman who wrote these tunes, you're so amazed by Rebbe Nachman that anything that connected to him, I would like to do also. If he revealed a beautiful melody, which, by the way, there are beautiful melodies, for example, I want to connect to that. But in no way does it push away a person's family songs and customs that they have earlier.